What's going on, guys? We are here, Up and Comers Podcast.
D-Rod and Gwei-Lo back at it again. Everybody, I roll a joint, smoke some weed, and get right into it, bro.
Yes, sir. So yeah, basically,
What's the latest, homie? What's the latest? Since the last time we've been on the show, there's been a couple, things pop up. You, of course, had a fight scheduled in Denver, was it?
yeah,
And change of venue, or what's the deal with that?
yeah. So I'm supposed to fight in Colorado, and they have now decided to change the location to Arizona. It's gonna be the same weekend as the Jake Paul Anderson Silva fight, which is kind of cool.
So it'll be like kind of in the same area as
It's gonna be same area, same. It's gonna be in Phoenix, I believe. The night before, so they're trying to I believe like MMA Island and XMMA are trying to make an appearance with the fighters and stuff.
That's gonna be an interesting matchup. What do you think about that, Jake Paul?
I mean, I'm gonna have to back the homie Anderson.
Of course,
MMA.
bro. Come on.
But,
I mean, in a boxing match, Anderson's already proven himself post-retirement. Beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., which was no one expected that fight to happen.
Yeah, that
and now we got
it was out of nowhere. No one expected it.
Now we got Jake Paul versus one of the, greatest MMA fighters of all time.
Yeah, no, I think, obviously props to Jake Paul. He's been able to be successful in the fights that he's had against the people that he's had. But I think definitely it's a step up, but at the same time, it's still not a boxer.
Yeah,
but
definitely a step up. Now he's facing old man Spider.
Yeah, the old Spider. But I still genuinely feel like he's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve that he could really make Jake Paul look bad. I mean, Jake Paul probably does have that one-shot knockout power, but I just feel like Anderson is a bigger guy. He used to fight 185. He probably walks around over 200, maybe 210. So I feel it's fair in that regard compared to Jake Paul's previous opponents. Anderson should be longer, and I feel like his volume and technical footwork will just be too much for him.
He's still tricky. He's still got the old Anderson Silva moving around. I was watching earlier on Instagram him doing some moving around boxing. He's got some head movement, and he's definitely a threat. And he's definitely someone that has all the experience. And I there's skeptics out there that might believe that in Jake Paul fights that some of his opponents might throw the fight, just to make Jake Paul look good. I don't think Anderson Silva is one of those type of persons.
No, I don't think so either. I honestly think he's gonna take it to try to win it. I feel like he should know that and I'm sure he's heard it, that this is for the MMA community.
Yeah, of course.
So. Hopefully, I think, honestly, personally, and in my prediction, maybe, it's too soon to say, but I think Anderson by decision.
Yeah.
And I think, he'll put on, a show.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great fight. Another thing, last night, Dana White's Contender Series, history was made. Yep. One of the youngest fighters ever.
Raul
Rosas Jr. Signed to the UFC at 17 years old, bro. What do you think about that?
Well, it's kind of cool because he used to train at Syndicate.
Yeah, we know these guys. We know these kids.
Yeah, we know them personally. We know their family. They're very hardworking. They came out here from California and have just been dedicated to the craft. I actually taught them. I was teaching kickboxing at Syndicate. They came in, all three brothers.
You hear that? Sasha's told them everything they know.
Basically, all the striking that he did was because of me. And he didn't do any striking. He just rabbled. But no, they're super hardworking kids. Fighter family. His dad was a fighter. He started fighting later on, but he was a boxer. And they went out there and made history, man. It was amazing. 17 years old to be that good.
Those dudes are fucking beasts on the mats for sure. We got an ashtray. We have to make one. Yeah, those guys are beasts, bro. I've seen them in the gym just tear people up at Syndicate.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see it. This is one of those situations where, kind of you see dudes like Charles Oliveira that kind of grew up in the UFC. I think this is going to be one of those guys where he's gonna fucking grow up in the UFC, spend the rest of his whole career, and be one of the top fighters for a long time. I think he's definitely
got the ability to be a future champion, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's 17 years old, bro.
Imagine what he's gonna be like when he's 20. You know?
Yeah, I think he's definitely has the potential to be something as like the future of the sport. You know?
Yeah. I've definitely never seen anyone at that age at that high level. Like especially at what he's good at.
Yeah, I was hearing something. He's been fighting since like 4 or 5 years old, or something like that. That's crazy. And that gives me motivation to work harder, because I got to keep up with these dudes that've been training fucking since they were 4.
They got nothing to worry about. You know what I mean? They're full time at it.
Yeah, like, you know, they've been doing this shit forever, you know. So I'm like, I got to play catch up.
Yeah,
I got to play catch up, especially like at that age. I think these dudes are going to be really
But
good.
he's like an outlier. You know what I mean? Like maybe we'll see more of it. There might be like a Russian version. There might, you know, all over the world, of course. But for the most part, like, genuinely 17-year-olds, like, you know, aren't really doing what he's doing. Like,
yeah, man, you gotta think like you're going up. You're in the big boys leagues now. You know, and you're fighting grown ass men with that grown man strength. Like it's crazy,
bro. Like when I
how
played,
good, like crazy to think of how good someone.
When I was a 17-year-old, I was
grown man.
I was playing rugby professionally, and I was playing against grown ass men. And bro, like, there's a big difference. Like that. Like I felt that difference. You get hit hard by a grown ass man. It's different, you know, versus like kids that you usually play with. So, what he's like I said, and he fought against a 25-year-old, like a strong looking dude, like with a good experience. And
what was that move he almost did on him? The start with an S. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, like the banana split when he was going
some shit like that, bro. But that shit looked nasty.
Oh no, like the soul. What is it called? The sultan.
Yeah, some shit.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
like
that was crazy to see, and that looked painful, man. That looked painful.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, he was just relentless with the grappling. Relentless. He's like a backpack. Once he gets on, you like can't get off him. Like you can't get him off. And yeah, he fought awesome, man. And I'm glad I'm glad they gave him the contract. I would have been annoyed if they'd given him like a developmental, because I know for a fact that he can already beat a lot of 135ers in the UFC. Like already can. So why would you waste him on the regional scene? You know, let him get in there. It's gonna bring more eyes. It's gonna break more records.
They need to build him up and not throw him in.
They're not going to throw him into the deep end, but I think they're definitely going to give him some good fights.
Yeah,
like at least
they need to build him up. Like give him a bunch of no names for like, you know, a couple years, build his experience, because really he's going to grow up. Like I said, he's going to grow up in the UFC
for sure.
You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let him start. You know, making some money. You know, helping out his family, because I mean I know they've been grinding to get to this point. So it's like, give him some good fights, get him active, because that kid's nonstop training. Like, he's never ever gonna take time off. Like now.
No, not at that age. Especially like.
Well, now he's
being that young and your dreams are coming true. I can imagine how excited he is to like continue and pursue this.
Absolutely, it's crazy. But yeah, you know, super.
And you know what's crazy is like I'm looking in the background and I'm watching this video game and seeing the cut, and I got some fun news for all the fans and shit. After my last fight. I was backstage. You know how you normally take pictures, but this time they you know, started. They're like, all right, we got to take some close-ups of your tattoos and everything like that. I'm like, wow, like that's new, you know? And they're like, yeah, this is for the video game. They want us to take pictures of you for the video game. I was like, oh shit, so I'm gonna be in the video game? He's like, I assume so.
That's dope.
So
EA Sports.
Yeah, it's crazy to fucking that they took pictures for me to be in the fucking UFC video game.
Some pretty dope tattoos in a video game.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
you're gonna
all tattooed up.
You're gonna have the lips too. You're gonna have the A. Like you're gonna there's not a lot of fighters with that kind of like ink. You know what I mean? So it's pretty dope because they're taking photos that they want it to look as realistic
it's almost as if like when I was growing up and I'd play like fight night boxing, like every character, I'd make my own character and I'd fill them up with tattoos, like tattoos everywhere. And it's crazy because now I'm that fucking character. I've literally
They already do it for
created my fucking character, and I am my character in the fucking game, bro. Like, and what's dope is like it's a video game. Like my kids are gonna fucking play this shit. Like fans everywhere are gonna play it. I'm gonna be able to play this shit. You know, it's fucking it's really dope to being how like where I'm from to like now being in possibly a video game and shit. It's fucking tight. You know?
Yeah, dude, it's sick.
You know, growing up playing video games and now bro, people are gonna be growing up playing my character and shit, you know.
Hell yeah. What was like the video game you played a lot as a kid, like when you were young?
Man, there's different generations, bro, you know what I mean. Let's
go through them. Let's go through some of them.
Super Nintendo era, I was a Mario Kart for me. I was like a Mario Kart fiend, like Super Mario. You know, I was big on those, and every chance I could get would always be some kind of like combat. You know, like for like Super Nintendo, I liked like Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Of course, Street Fighter. Because I only had certain systems, you know. So for me, it was like Super Nintendo, and or even the original Nintendo was like Mario. Or like the Mike Tyson's Punch Out, you know. Yeah. I've always liked fighting games and shit. You know, I never really been a fan of like shooting games are kind of cool. Like I'm more like I like racing games and too like shit like that. But yeah, for me it was like growing up like Super Nintendo was Mario Kart, of course, and shit, man. There's so many games down the line. How about you? How about you in that era?
I would say like when I first
in the Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis.
Yeah, era. For me, my first like experience was Nintendo 64. Like I never had one, but my friends did, and then like I think GoldenEye was like the dopest game, you know, and then like I played
Smash Bros.
I mean, yeah, like later on, like when I was a little bit older, I played I would like hang out with my friends and play Super Smash Bros. Party. And you could do like 4-player, and it'd be like kind of dope.
You know, one of my all-time favorite games for Nintendo 64 is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Dope. That was like growing up, bro. Tony Hawk Pro Skater was it for me, bro. I was like, and that was at an age where I was like 7th, 8th grade. Skating was popping. Everybody wanted to fucking be a skater. I was like super hardcore in it. Like I used to rock fucking Osiris shoes, though. You know the D3s. You know the big ass fucking clunky ass shoes. You know, but it looked cool and shit. I had spiky hair with like it was crazy, bro.
Hell yeah! I mean, at that time I had like so the first real video game console I had was a PlayStation 1, and back in the day in Hong Kong, you could like get it modified. And then you'd get to play fake games. You didn't have to buy like the originals, and the fake games were like $5 a game versus like 40 or 50, you know. So like when we were young, like we would have like this variety of all these different games. So like I remember playing like Crash Bandicoot. I don't know if you ever played.
Oh yeah, that's on the original PlayStation. I remember having a original PlayStation system. My mom worked at fucking Target. And she was like, "Oh, we got a bunch of PlayStations," and I stashed one and I got it for you. Yeah. That's so I had a PlayStation, but I was like, honestly, bro, I loved video games, but I was never really like the kind of kid that like stayed at home and fucking played video games. Like I was gone, bro. I was gone, bro. I was like, I'd go to the park. Yeah, dog, cause like I was you know, like the oldest kid, and I loved like the Lakers. I'd go like, even though we was in the hood, I would go to the park, and they had like a park at the end of the block. So I lived on the dead end, and at the end of the dead end on Slauson, it was fucking a park, and it had like a little recreation center and shit, you know. So we could like play like fucking board games, or like, you know, just for kids to have
to chill.
Yes, for kids to have something to do and shit. So I'd always play like basketball. There was a football team, so I would sign myself up for football. I'd sign myself up for like baseball and shit. I like doing shit like that, bro. And I was like real outdoors, like an outdoorsy fucking kid and shit. You know, I was like,
to be out of the house doing
shit.
Yeah,
my cousins lived like a couple miles away. I'd walk there, bro. I was like fucking 10, 11 years old, and you know, just wandering the streets as a kid and shit. And came back home, and mom didn't ask me shit as long as the fucking sun was still in the sky and shit. You know?
Yeah. No, I mean, same thing in Hong Kong. Like my parents and me personally, I couldn't sit for more than like an hour where I would start getting uncomfortable from playing video games. Like I could play for a few games, for an hour max and be like, I'm done.
Yeah, like let's go ride our bikes, you know?
And like in Hong Kong, what was cool, like growing up there, it's actually such a safe place. So like as from a young kid, same thing, I would go to the public basketball court or I'd go to like this place called Happy Valley where there's just tons of soccer fields or rugby fields and like kick balls and just do like fun stuff with my friends, and I would hate being home because then they would give my reason for my parents to like shout at me for doing something wrong, so it's like get the fuck out,
and fuck, bro, those were the good old days.
And then so that was like Crash Bandicoot. I remember like NBA Live 2002.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude. NBA Live was a shit, bro.
I loved it.
I remember even before that, NBA Jam for Sega Genesis.
Bro, that was sick, so fire. Yeah. Like the 3-on-3.
Yep.
Yeah. And then do you ever play NBA Street?
Bro, I was gonna get to that on fucking what is it, PS2?
Yeah.
And then PS2 came out, and then fucking one of like the most, I think, iconic video games was Grand Theft Auto. Of
course.
I fucking lived that game, bro. Grand Theft Auto, yeah. GTA was, and I've always been like I'd always been like a 2K or NBA Live kind of guy. I remember even NBA Live for Super Nintendo, or like I always like, and even nowadays on PlayStation, I fuck with 2K. That's the game I say I play most. But
I was a big FIFA guy.
Oh yeah, FIFA's tight too.
Growing up,
I play everything.
I had like FIFA from like FIFA 98, played every year. But yeah, and then like, going from that, and then now kind of, I don't know what. Now we got the PS4s, PS5s, and I don't know. I guess nowadays I'd be playing like a little bit of 2K, FIFA, Call of Duty. There was a time when I actually played a little bit of Fortnite. I'm not gonna lie.
I haven't figured that shit out, bro.
What you mean?
I'm not gonna lie. Like I suck at the shooters now.
Yeah, they're hard, bro. Everyone's so good.
Yeah, I suck at the shooters.
That's why I don't play. It's just everyone's so much better than me.
Like I'll play some UFC or like some NBA. Maybe even Madden. But
yeah.
You probably won't catch me on the shooters.
I haven't played video games like because I really wanted to get a PS5 and I couldn't get one for like ages. And then, like, now that I can get one, I don't want to get one.
Bro, I got an Xbox. All right, now, so you're an Xbox or a PlayStation guy?
PlayStation.
I'm an Xbox guy.
Yeah. I've had Xbox in the past, but I just like PlayStation. Just like the way it functions, the way it works. I don't know. I like the controllers. Yeah. But yeah, now it's like, did you ever get into PC games at all? PC gaming?
Nah, I'm like I can't. That's too multitask for me, bro. Like
bro. Like
I remember for a while, there was a game called Counter-Strike that was like fucking booming.
I was just about to talk about that. So in Hong Kong, you probably would have liked this
because there was an era when there was shops being set up of fucking computer.
That's exactly what I was about to talk about.
That was the fucking shit, bro. Yeah.
Internet cafes. Yeah. You go in there and you pay like me and my buddies. We'd pay like $2 and you can stay there for like 3 hours and you literally just LAN up and play each other in like fucking games like Counter-Strike, anything, World of Warcraft, like any kind of game that they had, and they had all the games and they give you like unlimited soda and like little snacks and shit.
Unlimited soda, yeah, they didn't have that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
you would have liked it, and like everyone just like play games and just chill.
It was huge because I live like in Alhambra, and like it's kind of like a lot. It's like a big Asian community, so like that was huge. That was huge there.
Yeah, I could see that. Oh yeah, it was cool. Like that was actually fun, and like some psychos would pay like and stay there for 24 hours.
Bro, there was fucking animals at that shit, and there's animals online, bro. That's why I can't even play. I'll be getting whooped on by a little ass kid somewhere in Germany. You lose. I'm like, oh, bro. Yeah, little ass kid.
I've been abused online and like I like just been like, oh yeah, you fucking suck, blah blah, and then I'd be like, oh that sucks. I'm only 12, and then they'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah. I just pretend I'm like 8.
Yo, major shout out to Tradecraft Farms.
That's a true
hooking us up here, hold it. Yes, sir. Hooking us up majorly. for
what
the
are we
show
smoking
today.
on? What are we smoking on?
We're smoking on the white truffle.
White truffle. I feel special. It's like elite.
Special shout out to Tradecraft Farms and all the fire weed they hook us up with and keep us smoking throughout the show. Keep the topics interesting.
From week to week,
week to week,
giving us all the ideas.
Yeah, they are the official sponsor.
So on our last episode, I asked, our subscribers to, comment if they wanted to ask any questions or wanted us to bring up any, topics or stuff like that for the show. And one of our one of our subscribers wanted to ask us, what do we think about before we go out into a fight?
What do we think about? Honestly, I go out there, backstage. As you know, I'm pretty chill. Mm-hmm. I'm like just, trying to be cool, calm, and collective and shit. And I just think about my preparation. A lot of times, I be back there, man, and I be like, man, like the last situation I pulled up. I had a locker. It looked fucking legit, bro. It was everything like I thought it would be. I was like fighting at the T-Mobile Arena. And I'm backstage. Fucking Nate Diaz walks by the whole Diaz camp. And I'm like alongside these fucking dudes and about to go scrap in front of fucking, a ton of fans. A lot of times I think about, man, like I think about what it took to get here. I think about like everything I've been through and everything I've sacrificed and everything. Is all led up to this moment and shit, and I think about that shit sometimes and I don't know, it makes me enjoy the moment even more because, I'm alive, bro. I'm living, I'm a free man. I'm fucking, I could go on and on about how lucky I am to be there and shit, dog, but I just go out there like, man, I'm about to live in this moment, and I'm about to shine, and that moment is mine and shit, and
for sure,
and in front of the whole world, and fuck, bro, I remember, when I'm stuck in a cell, dog, so I love the opportunity, and I'm just grateful, dog. I have just nothing but fucking gratefulness and just happiness and just like. I feel ready. I feel prepared and shit. I know I'm about to get it. Like I'm never like all nervous about situations, so it's easy for me to just be chill. And then when it's time to turn it on, boom, I fucking all right, let's go. That's how easy it is for me to just fucking flip the switch.
For sure.
How about you, bro?
For me, like sort of the same thing. Like I'm excited. Usually when I go out and fight, like I'm really looking forward to fighting. That's where I really I genuinely enjoy it. But like what I'm thinking about is usually I've like made a thing in my mind where I've talked to myself and I'm like yeah, you're like there's one thing that I usually talk to myself about, and I know it's about every fight. I'm like, you're gonna go out there and throw your legs like baseball bats and you don't give a fuck. Like it's almost like I just turn off like a pain filter, and I'm just like willing to just go out on my shield. Like I don't care like if I throw my arm and it gets broken, or I throw a kick and my leg gets broken, like I don't think like anything's a problem. I just go out there and just try to execute what I've been training, and like try to do it in a way that I think the fans are gonna enjoy it. Cause like I when I fight, like I've now fought without fans and I've fought with fans, and like there's no better feeling than when you're walking out to like fans and like people like cheering for you. Like it's a great feeling. I generally get up for it. So like my last fight I fought in, like, it wasn't a massive arena with a lot of people, but there was a crowd there, and it was definitely I felt elevated, than I did necessarily when I was fighting with like nobody around. So I just kind of accept the fact that I'm exactly lucky, blessed to be in this position to go and compete and then fight and do something that I enjoy doing, and then and go and have fun. A lot of people think like, oh, you must be so nervous or it must be scary. It's like we literally fight each other every day. Like you guys go to work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Like we don't work the same hours, but every day there's a point where we're like hitting each other, we're grabbing each other, we're wrestling, we're getting in positions that hurt. It's uncomfortable. So when we actually get into a fight, it doesn't necessarily feel out of norm. Versus if you're just a regular Joe who just gets in a fight, all of a sudden everything's gonna hurt. Because your shit just ain't used to it, you know. Yeah. So we're like weathered to like get into that situation. So when we get in that situation, we're happy because we know we get to.
It's our comfort zone, bro.
Yeah, and we know we get to express ourselves and get paid for it, and it's like you have the chance of going out there and knocking someone the fuck out and coming out looking like a superstar, and then or it could go the other way too. You know, and like anything is possible in this game, and it's kind of exciting. You know, it's just like
anything can happen, bro. It's
yeah,
crazy. That's the beauty of it. You know,
sure.
and that's why what makes it even better when we pull out the W, because like, man, we fucking made it, bro. We fucking did that shit, pulled off the W, and fucking in front of a crowd, just got majorly paid, and we're living the life, bro. We're we're doing what we love to do. I'm doing all I know what to do is shit, you know, and you know, it's fucking dope, bro.
For sure. Like, and like what people don't understand is like what we're describing is coming from us, and then our opponents are just even more motivated or even more like want to win. And they're training just as hard. So it's like it's such a game of fine margin. It's like, and if you could see someone go out there and like absolutely outclass someone, it doesn't even necessarily mean that person that looked like shit is shit. You know what I mean? It's just like that's the game. Like you have to go out there in that 15 minutes and be at your best or perform at your highest capacity. Some days you wake up and feel like shit. Some days you're hurt. Most of the time we are hurt, you know? So it's like the fact that people can go into the cage and perform at a high level every time and put out a good performance every time. Like that's really high level. Like as a fan, you got to appreciate that. I appreciate that when I see fighters who are just like performing constantly at a high level and doing so successful. You're like, that's amazing. You got to watch that and be like, damn, like, like that's impressive. And someone like you, like someone with a record like yours, was it 7-1 now in the UFC? Like that's super impressive, you know. So it's like, like I look up to that. I'm like, I want to achieve something like that.
Yeah, dog. That shit's a tough to. MMA is a hard sport to have a record with a little bit of fucking losses. Yeah. It's very hard, dog, because there's a lot to it and there's styles everywhere. And I'm just like, I trip out sometimes. Like, man, I keep fucking going, bro. I keep winning and shit, bro. It's on to the next one every single time, dog.
For
and
sure.
I'm like, right now I'm like, okay, now like, the bar keeps
You're jumping up the next level.
Yeah, dog, and that means I need to step up and shit. So at the same time, like I'm constantly evolving, like as well as like how my opponents are gonna fucking like, cause you gotta be good at everything at this level, dog.
For sure, because they're gonna try to find something to beat you that they think that they can beat you in. They're not gonna go head to head with you at your best. They're gonna try to expose you at your weakest. You know.
Yep.
So that's why you gotta like be so well rounded at everything, because people are just gonna come out and try to expose you and win, because they'll do anything they can to win. That's all that matters in the sport. But so. Keep commenting and asking us these questions. It's always cool to be able to answer them.
Yo, another thing too I wanted to add to interact with the fans a little bit more. I want to do a giveaway.
Yeah.
Right? So I got 3 of my rookie cards, and we're going to do a giveaway. We're gonna do a giveaway to you can keep track of like what subscribers. Yeah. So on this podcast, drop a comment and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the page, and that will automatically enter you a chance to win one of 3 signed D-Rod cards. And if I got some other shit, I'll throw in some stickers, whatever. And maybe a nug of some weed or shit, a fucking specially D-Rod rolled joint, you know.
There you go. Some surprise goodies.
Yeah, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop a comment, bro. Ask a question, whatever you want, bro.
For sure. Let us know. And we're always down for the fans' input on what they'd like to see. We did like a little vlog yesterday, which we're gonna release.
Yo, so
or may have been released.
Yeah, yesterday we went on a little mission. I know we had been mentioned that as you could tell, we got to switch up in the display. We got shoes. We're bringing the shoes in kind of shoe lifestyle.
As I'm sure you guys, the viewers, saw, like the previous display of the stuff was like reflective with the plastic, and you couldn't even really see it. So I thought we'd mix it up, throw in some stuff.
Yeah. So yesterday, me and Sasha went on a mission. I had some Kobe 10s. The color was weird. It was like a teal color. I had only worn them once, and I just been like kind of trying to do something with them. Maybe like get a trade or something for them, or kind of get rid of them, because like I kind of want to wear all my shoes, dog. Like, and those are a pair that I felt like I never could, like, you know, match anything with those. So yeah, what I wanted to do is want to go on a mission with this fool and kind of like go on a little kind of shoe mission, and we ended up pulling up to a store called Waves in the Arts District here in Las Vegas, and there they have like you could you know, buy, sell, and trade there.
For sure.
And I never done that before. I never like took some shoes and try to get some store credit. So I ended up getting some pretty decent store credit. Walked away with these 3s right here. Classic J's, fire. You can't go wrong with these. So I know how to whip on the Scottie Pippen today.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, how to whip on the Scottie Pippen today, and yeah, we just going to. What did we do after that? We ended up grubbing at some barbecue spot.
Soul Belly.
Soul Belly on
barbecue spot
on the Arts District. Cool.
It was a cool little spot, quiet.
Yeah, it was cool. I've been there at night. It's normally more popping at night, but we went during the day. It was a little quiet. I like to go at night when they got like band, and I saw that they have bands playing there.
Yeah, they have in that lot. But yeah, no, it's cool down there in the Arts District, and haven't been to Waves in a while. But yeah, I kept my wallet in my pocket. But last time I was there, I traded in I had some my Gucci's, and I traded them in. And
I ended up copping a wallet too.
That's right. You got the wallet upgrade. But
you know how to do that.
But I mean, he needed that upgrade. I asked him. I was like, "What wallet you got?" And he told me. I was like, "Yeah, you need to upgrade that shit."
Yeah, dog.
I was like, "Yeah." After that performance, I was like, "Yeah, you need to upgrade that wallet."
Yeah, dog. I've been upgrading a few things. I might have to get the new iPhone.
Oh yeah, iPhone, the 14. Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
I want to wait to the 15 now.
Dropping in 3 months.
Yeah,
bro.
Seriously. In 3 months, fuck. But yeah, so we're hoping to like try to drop more content like that. Again, we have some stuff in the works. Hopefully there is potential of some more content dropping, some like new stuff. We might even travel somewhere and do something. So we have some ideas.
Stay tuned for a Zion mission on mushrooms.
Yeah.
We're gonna drop some footage on that.
Yeah.
We got to do that, bro.
We need to like. I think my buddy was telling me that we need to hire like a intern to like just do all our like video stuff. So like on a trip like that, we can just be shroomed out, and then they can just take care of the filming. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So
if there's anyone in the industry who wants to make a start,
I might know a guy.
Yeah.
I might know a guy.
Oh yeah.
He'll probably be shroomed out too, though, bro.
But yeah, we covered some bases. We don't got UFC this weekend. It comes back on the 1st of October.
Yeah, get a little break from UFC action.
But yeah.
What else we got on sports?
Yeah, I mean, sports are up and running now. We got football back. The first 2 seasons of the NFL are back.
Foosball.
Yeah, and then obviously we got soccer, football, real football.
Yeah.
And then you know, baseball season's gonna end, and then playoffs start. So the Dodgers are like killing it. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the NBA season starting up. Once NBA season starts, that's when everything's going. Yeah. When October goes, they got the the MLB playoffs in October as well. And then yeah, the end of the year we got the Madison Square Garden card. That's what I'm looking forward to. Izzy and Pereira.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm so excited for that fight. Yeah. So excited for
Maybe we try to go out for that.
And when is it? At the end of the year?
It's like November 18.
November 18. Yeah. Man, I need to stay in shape, bro. I need to stay in shape.
Never
I need to stay in the gym.
Hell yeah.
And keep grinding and staying ready for these short notice. Because, hey, I'm down to fight at Madison Square Garden, dog. You never know when they might need a last-minute replacement.
Just don't want to pay that New York State tax though.
Huh?
I said you just don't want to pay that New York State tax.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that's why. Like Aljo, he's literally from New York. Doesn't even want to fight in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all because everyone wants to fight in Vegas because no state tax.
Nice.
You always request to fight in Vegas. Always. Like if you can,
That's crazy, dog. Because my last
everyone has been in Vegas.
Yeah,
except for Albuquerque.
Yeah,
right?
All my fights have been in Vegas, bro.
Except Albuquerque. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you've had 8 fights, 7 of them in Vegas.
Yeah.
So you maximize not losing any of that damn tax money. That's dope.
9, including the Contender Series.
Yeah,
9-1. If you throw in the Contender Series, everybody knows those are just
Apex.
those are just as fucking competitive, bro.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. 9 fights in Vegas. You keep fighting in Vegas, my friend. You don't want to fight in California for sure. You don't want to fight in New York for sure.
Yeah.
Because they're just so high in tax.
Yeah, bro.
But
Fuck it.
Unless you're on pay-per-view points or something at Madison Square Garden, it's okay.
Shit, I'm gonna fight wherever the fuck they want me to. Let's go.
For sure.
Let's do it.
I'm definitely happy that they moved my potential event from Colorado, that bullshit altitude.
Yeah.
Because that would suck, like having to go up and fight like a homebody up there who's just used to the altitude. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, it'll be tough.
Because I know how it'd be like going up to Cowboys and just like getting, bro. I don't know if you guys have ever fucked with altitude, but that shit makes you so tired and like so quickly.
Yeah, it takes a little while to acclimate.
Yeah.
You gotta go through it a couple times to kind of get the feeling. Because I honestly, like, going there, you're so excited, bro. You're so excited to work and train, and you just want to fucking like go and get it and fucking work hard but you can't, bro. You can't. You have to like you gotta ease into it, bro. You gotta like go hard once a day, instead of like and just take your time, bro. Take your time.
Trust
so
me,
that's why like you have to go out like 2 weeks before to acclimate if it's that serious,
For sure. Yeah, that was always like where I was considering doing. But yeah, like I remember after my fight, the next day I flew out and I was sparring Cowboy, and I was just like, why am I so tired? I'm in shape. Like, I was like in shape. I just fought on Friday. I'm like, what the fuck?
We're at decent altitude here
already. Yeah. So it's like if you ever go and fight in a place like Florida, like anywhere that's near sea level, we'll have an advantage,
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, if you were really hardcore, you just drive up to like Mount Charleston and sleep there at night, and then you drive down here to train, because then you'd have more output. You'd be able to do more. Versus, because it's not necessarily good to train at a high altitude, because then you just fucking fade because you're not used to it. It's hard.
Yeah.
But you sleep there, recover there. They put more oxygen in your blood at that level. Then you come down to 2,000 and you just bust out because you have so much oxygen in your blood. You can just put out more.
They have spots where you could run out for like 2 weeks.
What, up there?
Yeah.
In Mount Charleston?
Yeah.
You know what they cost?
I don't know.
Huh. Be interesting to know.
Huh.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Because you either do that or you sleep in a hyperbaric chamber.
Yeah.
Which is like
difficult.
It's more expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's difficult.
And it is difficult. It's annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like the whole. When you messaged me about hyperbaric, like that's like kind of the whole process of it. Because I even was questioning it, like, how does it work? Does it work? How does it work? So yeah, that whole altitude thing is interesting. But I definitely know like all the like Tour de France, like the long distance bike riders and stuff, like they would do that stuff, like sleep in hyperbaric and then like train at a lower altitude, and it makes more blood. And I even think TJ Dillashaw was like doing some shit like that on that level, like hyperbaric, like EPO, like all that good shit.
All that good shit. You
all
get in
that
trouble
secret
for.
sauce.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's stuff's pretty interesting. But yeah, glad that it's been moved to Phoenix. But yeah, stay tuned. I'm still waiting to see if I got an opponent. Get matched up with somebody probably out of Phoenix, out of Arizona, whatever. Hopefully that goes smoothly. But we'll keep you guys posted.
Yep. Stay tuned for the next episode. As soon as something good pops up, we got a few things in the works.
We'll definitely do another episode before the 1st of October for that UFC card. Yeah. We'll look into that, and
we'll do some other fun shit, bro. To drop some more content on you guys.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, and don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and and try to get some signed D-Rock cards.
Yep. Don't forget about the giveaway contest.
Yes, sir. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Peace.